tea color. Hello. Windsor Davies behind me has 3 known problems. The first one I've just fixed right now. That was just a matter of a slightly squashy front tyre. The second is a matter of an airbag light being on. And the third is a matter of the ABS unit. I only just noticed how much my air compressor looks a bit like a sad teddy boy. Cheer up, Stanley! My first thing to look at is going to be the the airbag. Well, could it be working? Now the thing is, we have 2 airbags, and the one on the driver's side, look at that. This is how they used to do things, all covered up, no exposed screws or things anywhere. That's nice. Now if this was a more modern Rover, I'd probably find the problem to be underneath here, but I don't think it actually has a switch. I don't mean switch, I mean a plug. Yeah, one of those plugs that need to be waggled around on the 75. Lovely, 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 lovely. With the carpet up, I can now get to the connector thing there. You see that blue connector? What I have to do is with this, basically short that, put the ignition on, and I'll get a code from a flashing light off the ECU. There we go. See, like that. Then you let Carl in, and then you turn on the ignition. Like so. And look for the, where's the light then? Where's the lights? Well, it turns out that delightfully, this ECU has a cover on, and it needs to be taken off to have a look at the light. Also, with his fingers in Windsor Davies today is Carl, who's come along to wave at me, jack it up, and take a look at the ABS sensor, which has been identified as being on this corner. The next problem appears to be that this doesn't just flip out like this. Those bolts are to secure it in place, and in actual fact there's no visible light on the back, so unless I undo all this, take these off the back and see if there's another light on the back of there, then I'm not sure how it's possible. When I failed the other day inspecting the ABS sensor, Carl has just managed to get it straight out, which is exactly why I asked for his rather cheerful help.
And I'm happy to help.
And he's got it out without any real problem. So the chances are it is going to need replacing, but it won't do any harm just to clean it up, bung it back in, and see if it doesn't need replacing, and then that's a job done. Just got to nip and get some milk, because tea with no milk just is not good at all. No, you can't have tea with no milk if you like tea with milk, and I do. I very much do. And in a position where I don't like tea without milk, it doesn't really seem right that I should be drinking tea without milk. Hello, little piggy. So currently Carl has taken off the ABS sensor and is going to give it a clean up, because there's always a possibility that all that muck that's got on it has caused it not to work as in the way that it should do. It's unlikely, but it's worth a go. Just disconnected the battery for a while, so the ABS thing goes easy. Yeah. You thought he'd finished, but he's not. He's got an idea involving the multimeter. Not a lot of progress really, realistically, but it's only a short day. It's a Saturday, and in actual fact Even that was longer than it was supposed to have been. So, conclusion is, that type of ECU doesn't have a blinker on it. That's what I'm thinking. Because the other one, on the other 600, you can see it quite clearly. It's there. And how are you supposed to see it unless it's plugged in? Surely it wouldn't really make any sense to have an ECU with a blinker on, but you've got to take the cage off and everything and then plug it all back in to come to that conclusion. So, unless it still does, and the airbag thing is still just such a throwback from the early Honda stuff that it can't keep up with what goes through the OBD ports. Later on I shall have my phone replaced anyway, so this is only a short video just on this, my old phone. But the good news is, the ABS is definitely just a matter of replacing that part now. And now that Carl got it off without managing to break it, which is what I was concerned with, yeah, that should be easy enough just to take back out, swap it for another one, bung it in, everything should work. And in the meantime, on a totally unrelated thingy, I am really enjoying being back in Toby Charles for a bit, and I need to make the most of it because it's literally only a week's more use before it's going back on sawn.